Hi, it's Steve from PartSelect. You've decided to replace the adaptive defrost control on your refrigerator. It's not too hard of a job. All we're going to need is a 1/4 inch nut driver and a bit of patience. Let me show you how it's done. Okay, the first step to removing the adaptive defrost control is to get a little room. So we'll take the top shelf out of the refrigerator. And depending on your model, you may need to consult your owner's manual. The next step is to remove the cover. You would pull forward on the top and drop it down, and in each rear corner there's a crescent-shaped slot that we will pull down on and forward. Top released. See where these slots engage with a clip at the back on both sides. Little patience is required in removing that part. The next step is to remove the 1/4 inch hex head screw just to the right of the water filter. And on the top there are 2 keyhole slots that will allow the whole assembly to push to the right and drop down. Remove the 2 light bulbs. Be careful that they're not hot. Remove the dial by taking out 2 1/4 inch hex head screws here and here. I did mention that some patience is required with this piece. You may, if you cannot get it to release from the keyhole slots, you may need to remove the water filter housing. There's a 1/4 inch hex head screw above it and one in behind to the left side. You may need to remove those 2 screws and just let the filter hang. Do not try to pull it out. We were pretty fortunate with this one. It slid right out. Pull it forward a little bit. Again, being careful not to force it. We have styrofoam pieces here that we do not want to break. You can see the location of the 2 screws and the slot head keyhole engagement points. Our adaptive defrost is located in the right rear. Your model may or may not have screws holding it in place. These ones are using 1/4 inch hex head screws. We'll remove both of those. Put the housing down. Lift our assembly out. There's a wire connector. We need to remove that. Now we have it in our hand. Yours may or may not look exactly like this. The replacement unit will look exactly like it. Okay, if you've still got some patience left, we can put the new adaptive defrost control back into your refrigerator. Carefully set it into its location. The wire connector installed. Make sure it's seated firmly. Tilt the housing up and start one of the screws. Put the other one in. Now we know we have it in the right location. Tilt it down again and make sure that the wire harness does not interfere with the control cam. Slide the assembly up into place. Align our keyhole slots with the screws. Slide it to the left, and now it's held in place. Now we can easily put these two screws in, put our retaining screw at the back, and if you've had to remove the water filter housing, you can replace those two screws. When we go to reinstall our dial indicator, we need to make sure that these portions go above the aluminum shield. If we don't, you'll end up with this and your controls will bind. Separate two levers and locate it as such. Put our 2 1/4-inch screws here, and that portion is in place. Okay, we're down to our final step. Make sure we put our light bulbs in. It's easier to do it with the cover off than with it on. And we're going to line up these 2 square holes with the tabs at the back, and it will slide in above them. 2 tabs at the front will hook in here at the end. And remember, patience is the greatest virtue in this point. There. Controls work freely. Our repair is complete. Well, we got our adaptive defrost assembly in. Not too bad of a job. Good luck with your repair.